What really happened behind that brief appearance? Why exactly a few seconds at the airport provoked such a wave of speculation among fans? The morning seemed ordinary, until a fan's camera caught Jungkook walking briskly with BSH, without much of a smile, without his usual greeting. At first glance, it seems trivial, but it is precisely the silence that makes many people feel that something is being hidden. There was no official announcement. No schedule has been announced in advance. But Jungkook's visible movements in focus, plus BSH's presence at the same moment, immediately raises one big question. Is this part of a secret plan that has only been discussed behind the scenes? Some fans claim to feel a different aura from the way Jungkook walked, as if this trip was not just an ordinary agenda. Even small details such as clothing choices and lack of interaction with the camera are dissected and interpreted meaningfully. Speculation quickly spread. Some suspect a major project is being prepared, while others believe this is the first step towards something completely new for Jungkook. Small clues that previously seemed random now seem to be connected to each other. Vague old posts, short statements that used to seem ordinary, to suddenly empty schedules. Everything is again brought up and read with a new angle. But the most silent fans came after. Reaction V. No lengthy statements, no open clarifications. Only one attitude is recorded and feels different than usual. Not an angry expression, nor a light joke, but a calmness that is difficult to guess the meaning. For many fans, V's silence felt more noisy than 1,000 words. Did you know about the plan from the beginning? Or are you just as surprised as the other fans? Social media was filled with emotional comments. There are those who feel anxious, there are those who hope, and not a few who admit that they have goosebumps seeing how one simple moment can drastically change the atmosphere of fandom. Some fans have even said that this incident feels like a turning point, as if something that was long held back is now slowly starting to surface. Until now, there has been no official confirmation that answers all these curiosities. But one thing is hard to argue with. The appearance of Jungkook and BSH at the airport is not just an ordinary coincidence in the eyes of fans. Coupled with V's unexpected reaction, the story feels unfinished and has only just begun. Will the secret plan be revealed soon? Or will everything again sink into silence? The fans can only wait, while continuing to wonder about a truth that may be much bigger than it seems. In the midst of the wait, small details for the sake of small details again became the subject of heated discussion. Some fans were aware of the departure time, which was considered unusual, while others highlighted Jungkook's brief expression before disappearing from view. No waving of hands, no relaxed gestures as often seen before. It is precisely the calm that makes the atmosphere feel different, as if there is a huge burden of responsibility being carried. The name of BSH continues to be mentioned in an enigmatic tone. His presence at that moment was considered not without reason, leading many to believe that the trip had to do with something bigger than just a personal schedule. Some fans even argue that this is a preparatory phase, a silent step before the big announcement that was deliberately held back in order to keep it surprising. Every piece of information, no matter how small, now feels like a clue that should not be ignored. Meanwhile, V's attitude is increasingly in the spotlight. His silence gave rise to various emotional interpretations. Some see it as a form of tacit support. Others feel that the expression harbors more complex feelings. For some fans, V's reaction felt the most honest, not contrived, not exaggerated, but full of meaning. In a world where words are often the primary tool, V's silence feels like a message in itself. The conversation took a more emotional turn. Many fans admitted to feeling a mix of enthusiasm and anxiety. The expectation of something big collides with the fear of change. Some wrote that this moment reminded them of the times on the eve of great surprises in the past, when small signs were often missed, and then suddenly everything was announced by surprise. Now, each subsequent movement will be observed more intensely. Social media uploads, changing schedules, to brief comments that may have been thrown out accidentally, all have the potential to be the last piece of this puzzle. Is the arrival at the airport the beginning of a new chapter? Or is it just a journey whose meaning is exaggerated by the longing and expectations of fans? One thing is for sure, that brief moment has left a strong emotional imprint. Jungkook, BSH, and V's reactions have created a wave of curiosity that hasn't subsided. And as long as there is no definitive answer, this story will continue to live, talked about, interpreted, and felt as a mystery waiting for its time to unfold. As time went on, the atmosphere actually felt more quiet but tense. No refutation, no clarification breaks the speculation. This silence made many fans feel that something was indeed being closely guarded. In the entertainment world, silence is often a sign that a big announcement is not ready to be released. And this time, the silence felt too regular to be considered a coincidence. Some longtime fans began to recall a similar pattern in the past. The moments when the activity looks ordinary, however, turn out to be the beginning of major changes. A brief appearance at the airport is now seen not as a destination, but as a starting point. It was as if a much longer journey was being prepared, and the moment was just a small snippet that the public accidentally saw. On the other hand, attention is again drawn to the emotional connection between the members. V's reaction, which remained calm but different, gave rise to a sense of emotion. Many feel that no matter what plans are being drawn up, the bond between them still feels strong. It was precisely that attitude without drama that left fans speechless, as if realizing that there was a new maturity in the way they face change. Fan comments are increasingly showing the emotional side. Some wrote of feeling proud to see Jungkook step up with confidence. Others said they felt lost before anything really changed. These feelings are mixed together, creating an atmosphere that is difficult to explain but very real. This is not just news, but rather an emotional moment that touched many people. Until now, there has been no definitive answer about the so-called secret plan. But it is precisely this uncertainty that makes this story continue to pulsate. Every day passes with the hope that the veil will soon be opened, that the meaning behind that gaze, that quick step, and that silence will be revealed. And when that moment comes, many are sure that this moment at the airport will be remembered as the beginning of everything. A brief incident that was once only seen as a small piece, but in fact holds great meaning. Until then, fans can only wait, with curiosity, restrained emotions, and the belief that whatever is being prepared will bring new, unforgettable stories.